I'm born ready, you already. I said get the money, you already. Time now, I've been ready. Living 7:30, up or early. Never late, open up the bank.
You gang, you know what to do.
In a previous chapter, but now finally back in one of his most powerful forms, a form that was key in the battle against the Grand Priest. The Saiyan would stare into the palm of his hands with his glowing cyan eyes and comment, "So, here we are again. I really didn't think I'd need to use this again so soon. I haven't even taken a break, not even a senzu. But a little challenge never hurt anyone. I could use the practice against this guy anyway." But in the distance, as the pillar of light would fully dissipate away, the Demon Emperor would begin to make out the new form and look of his opponent. What is that light? Why does it look so familiar? And it would seem, as soon as he would lay contact with his eyes, it wouldn't be Goku's perceived strength that would be causing Kaido to reel in shock, as he would mutter, "That can't be the same mortal! I felt this energy before! It's..." But before that thought could come to completion, a strange new occurrence would be affecting the demon's body. As looking at his hand in pure confusion, he would watch as it begins to start letting off smoke, as if being singed by the very light of Seraphim Goku. As Kaido would comment, "What is this? My body, it's reacting to something. His energy? No, that's like with an angel, like with a smite. This can't be possible with just a mortal. This has only ever happened with the damn priest. This has to be an illusion." But as more and more smoke would begin to be let off, to the point Kaido would begin to feel the pain, he would realize this was no dream, as he would continue, "No! What has gone on in the mortal realm to create a being like this? Who is this flesh pile? What is this power?" This is the power of the creatures of this planet, big and small, fighting back against an evil like you. What? As suddenly, a voice would be heard from behind the Emperor, his background now entirely blacked out, as a pair of very familiar cyan eyes only shine through. As emerging slowly from the shadows, Seraphim Goku would appear now in his entirety, his stare focused on the Emperor below him, as he would continue, "Kaido, before I send you back where you came from, I want you to know my name. The name of the first mortal to show you the error of your ways. My name is Son Goku, a Saiyan from Earth, and a mortal who studied under the 12 angels." What? 12 angels? But immediately following this, Goku would harshly then grab Kaido by the throat, constricting his neck with his tensed forearm, as the Emperor would just yell out in panic, his voice changing as his airways would become blocked. Get off! How dare you! And utterly perplexed at how Goku could move behind so undetected and so quickly catch him off guard, with complete rage filling the Emperor, he would futilely grab onto Goku's arm with both of his hands. All the while, Goku's face would remain emotionless, as if struggling with a child. And with that blank countenance continuing, Goku would then say, "You know as well as I do, you can't break this grip. And you've only got a few minutes before you run out of air and your neck breaks. I can let you go though, before it's too late. I just need you to answer some questions for me first. Tell me, why is Lucif doing this? Why is he sending you guys all over the universe to take over these planets? Why go as far as even sending someone as strong as you? What's so important about them? This planet, Bumper, hasn't even got anything on it. It doesn't seem worth it. Do you think I'm a hostage?" But filled with fury, Emperor Kaida would just continue to scream at the top of his lungs, as if Lucif himself would hear and come to aid him. As in his rage, he would add, "So this is what you wanted to know this whole time? A simple answer, but you already had your chance to know earlier. Now that you've disrespected me like this, your answer is death! Let go, let go, let go!" As suddenly, letting go of Goku's arm, Kaida would then unleash a barrage of hard-hitting elbows with full extension, directly onto the solar plexus and abs of Goku. In an instant, more than 100 hard-hitting strikes as he would continue to yell for his release. But when we would see the cold face of Seraphim Goku, with not even the slightest twitch observable on his expression, he would just respond, "Was that supposed to hurt? If that's really the best you had, then it looks like just like the others, you'll be leaving this realm without any final words. Not long now before you suffocate, Kaida. Answer now, before I end this." And soon enough, Son Goku would make good on his threat, as pulling his arm closer inwards, as if there was nothing in between his arm and face to begin with, Kaida's neck would begin to crush, as gurgles of the last remnants of oxygen would spurt from his mouth. "And what, mortal?" But having had seemingly enough, the Demon Emperor's eyes would explode open, his neck partially bulging out to push back on Goku's arm before... In a surprise, Kaida would explode in energy, powering up right in front of Seraphim Goku, his power level jumping to an untold height as Goku's grip is forced ajar, with even the angelic Saiyan curious over just what else the Demon Emperor could be hiding within. And with his voice suddenly taking on a deep demonic turn, the aura alone would push Goku off, his body moving back involuntarily backwards. but with his face still not showing too much concern, the Seraphim would just comment, "Not bad, Kaida. You're living up to your name as an emperor now. But this doesn't change the fact I'm still getting my answers." And on that note, with his escape finally secured, Kaida would immediately jump back to gain distance, leaving Goku to watch cautiously on the other side. But on Kaida's side, there would definitely be a hint of the Emperor feeling embarrassment for even having to be put in such a situation, and the struggle that ensued, as he would grumble, You have some nerve, Son Goku. I will remember that name, for when you arrive in the afterlife, I will make sure to haunt you even there. You dare treat me like a victim to negotiate with. I am the invader here, and you and your kind are the conquered. But after that little tirade, Kaida would find himself smiling again, as in a better mood, perhaps with more confidence after his power-up would say, "Fine, your answers will come, flesh pile, but only in the way you said before. You want to earn them. So here is your chance. Make me yield, and you shall know whatever you wish." Now that's more like it. But in typical Goku and Saiyan fashion, the Seraphim would welcome this challenge with open arms. Literally, as immediately Goku would crouch down into his signature fighting stance, while smirking and saying, "That's no problem at all. I just hope I can trust the word of you demons more than the gods. But even if I can't, I'm sure I'll have my ways of getting the truth out of you. I learned plenty from Vegito." As Kaida, following on, would then find himself in fighting position also. A curious new stance, not yet seen in the Dragon Ball universe, as with his mouth shielded, he would reply, "Vegito. Lucif mentioned something of that name. Someone already defeated by our great lord. I'm sure you will have much to talk about once I send you to meet him, mortal." And just like that, with the talking over, they would now opt to let their fists continue the conversation, as each would rush in straight at each other in an instant, their fists cocked back, with one clad in divine cyan seraphim energy, and the other cloaked in a violent red lightning until the scene would shift back to another colossal battle between Saiyan and Demon, with King Vegeta and the unnamed Demon King trading punches across each other's faces, the two fathers fighting valiantly after each declaring their sons to be stronger than the others. And following the impact, like synchronized swimmers in tune with one another, both would move back quickly, landing on the ground apart, as the Demon King would then say, "As expected, these 900 years of wisdom weren't for nothing. I knew from the moment you survived my blast that you were no ordinary mortal. the rumors of this realm containing warriors as strong as demon royalty were true. Now I understand how Dabura met his demise. But the King of Saiyans, not knowing what any of this even meant, would just frankly respond, Dabura, maybe this is a conversation for my son, but you're right about one thing. As long as we Saiyans exist, the legends of our unlimited strength will always come to fruition. But just know, you haven't seen anything yet. Show me! And just like that, the two kings too would then launch right at each other, eager to prove their worth. Instantly launching into a barrage of back and forth battle that would soon flow into the sky all across the battleground of planet Yardrat. And with the two giggling, unable to help the smiles that would curve across their lips as the battle would bring back memories of their youth, King Vegito would say, It amazes me to see someone somewhat keeping up with me, my fellow king. But I bet you didn't expect for a man of my age to move as I do. This reminds me of battles I had in my younger years. To which the demonic king, equally enjoying the battle, would reply, I'm flattered, even though I too have yet to show you my all. But about your age, maybe old age is a factor in your realm. But these 900 years of wisdom came from 900 years of living in a realm that moves far slower than yours. How